Hey guys, today is day 8 for quarantine. So we have pretty much been in the house most of the week. We've done a few things outside of the house, like go to the park. By park, I mean a forest where no one else was really there. Um, but I have a feeling that you guys are all stuck inside too. Mark and I, made a vlog a couple of weeks ago about our finances, and we really wanted to share it, but it didn't feel like the right time because right after all of this stuff happened, and there's so many uncertainties when it comes to like all the stuff that's happening. Like people are losing jobs, and people are losing, even if they're not losing their job, their pay is decreased. A lot of things are happening, and so we decided to wait until things calmed down a little bit. We felt like now is probably the best time to post this because people are going to start thinking about like where to put this government help check that they may be getting or unemployment that they're getting, money that's coming in and that you don't really know where to put it. We just did a vlog about, well, it's been a little while since I've watched it, to be honest with you, but mostly about like the history of our like finances and some really stupid things that we did and how we wish we had done things differently. And anyway, the moral of the vlog is that we want to help anyone who needs help. Like if you need help with your budget or, figuring out what to do, how to pay off debt, how to make extra money, things like that. Those are some things that we feel like we've kind of not mastered, but we have like a pretty good idea of how to do those things. So we'd love to help you watch the vlog. And then after, of course, send us a message or a text if you have our phone number. And we would love to either, chat about it over the phone. Maybe after all this crazy stuff is over, I can help you, get a chart made, whatever you need done to help you, reach your financial goals. We'd be happy to help any way that we can. Of course, we're not experts, but anyway, so here's the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. But love you guys. Talk to you soon. Oh my goodness, guys. We're going to do this in one take. And we're both like slap silly. Slap silly?
Slap happy.
Slap happy? Slap silly? Tired. It is 11 o'clock at night. We actually are doing our bills. What are you drinking?
Water.
Oh, that's not weird. I have mate, just caffeinated.
I have water.
I'm still gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Actually, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I'm gonna wake up every couple hours with Penelope. Yep.
Truth.
It's been my life for the last 2 years.
Pause for a brief intermission.
Here's the thing. We're actually gonna talk about finances.
The fun conversation everybody likes talking about.
Here's the thing. Okay, maybe that was a little bit.
Just a little over the top there.
No, I just got an idea. No, I forgot. Okay. We should have written stuff down, but we didn't write anything down.
Where's the fun in that if you're going to do this in one take?
Okay, so here's the thing. Finances are really taboo. And finances are really like hush-hush and swept under the rug, and you don't tell people what you make, you don't tell people what kind of debt you have or what kind of money you have or savings. Like that's all like really private,
Supposedly. I have a problem with that.
Yeah, Mark will tell anybody how much money we make.
I won't tell you guys. Sorry.
So here's the thing though, is I've been sharing with my friends like that we're getting out of debt, and like especially one of my friends that I've like shared everything, like how much debt we're in, and how fast we're paying it off, and all the tips and tricks and stuff that we have done. And she's actually the one who encouraged me to do this video, us to do this video.
And I've also had conversations with several people at work on what we're doing as well.
Yeah, so what we kind of came to this conclusion is that there are a lot of people in debt, and it's just hard to like bite the bullet and admit that you did something wrong and like force yourself to go through the uncomfortable steps of paying it off, because it is uncomfortable. It's not fun. I'd way rather spend the money or put it in savings than pay off debt.
And to be fair, some people don't think being in debt is wrong.
That's true.
Growing up, I just thought it was a part of life.
That's true. And for me, it was like very advised against. My dad taught us that we should never get in debt, that like if we got a credit card, you pay it off every month, all that kind of stuff. And so like when we got in debt, then it was really hush hush to me. Like I was like, this is really bad. Like we shouldn't be doing this. It just like felt really wrong. But it's just, I mean, like people do get into debt, and like it's hard to get out of debt.
And personally, I hated debt. Before we got married, I paid for everything I had cash. If I didn't have the money, I didn't get it. That's just how I was. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of flipped.
Well, it's funny. Okay, so I got my first credit card when I was in college, and they were offering a free pizza if you signed up for a city credit card. So I was like, sure, okay.
Starving college students.
I got my first credit card from a mailing when I lived at my parents' house. Chase Bank mailed me something, and so I got a credit card, and I never knew about it. So then, like 2 years later, so I got the second card, the U.S. Bank card, not U.S. Bank.
No, City.
So then, like 2 years later, I get like a renewal card because my card expired, and I was like, oh, I've had this card for 2 years. Anyway, so I had 2 credit cards actually in college. Yep. They are both very small, but so when we got married, I had a little bit of credit card debt, but it was just really, really tiny, like small amount.
See, we think small amount now. But back when you're in college, back when you first get married, small still seemed big.
It was like a month worth of our bills on a credit card.
Yeah, but still, that seems big when a month's worth of your bills is your credit card.
True, it does. I mean, really anything, you shouldn't be in debt at all. But, so we did kind of switch a little bit where I was like really anti being in debt.
Then I learned what a credit card was. And it was a lot better than going, I'll wait and save up. Or, I can buy a motorcycle today.
But really, I mean, well, I guess I did have car debt when we met too. And you did have a little bit of car debt.
Yes.
That's true. So, then fast forward a couple years, and I'm in school, he's in school, we're both working, like very little because we're in school. We actually have like some of my siblings living with us to help pay for rent and stuff so that we didn't rack up too much debt.
Thank you again.
Yeah. But then we found ourselves like having to put like monthly things on our credit cards and like just to get by, but also not being very smart with our money. Like it's really easy, especially in America, I feel like, or maybe other countries too. I just know America. Don't have a passport. A little salty.
Continue.
So, okay. So I think that like there's a very, very high standard of living in the United States. And so like, if you don't meet that, if you're not going out to eat with your friends on a Friday night or a Saturday night, then, you're considered like in the poverty level. Like you should have extra money to go do all these fun things. And so we kept living the lifestyle we wanted. And then either we wouldn't have enough for bills or we would just put our lifestyle on a credit card.
Pretty much just living paycheck to paycheck would be a joke at that point. We were living above our means.
Yeah, for real, we were. And because we didn't have a lot of means coming in from school and stuff like that, which I know a lot of people in school, they like live off student loans and things like that, which we really did not need to do that at all. Like we could have made it work. Now that listening to Dave Ramsey, like a lot has taught us that.
Very true.
So then we buy our first car together, and then a year later we trade it in for a brand new car. Not smart.
The car we bought had 18,000 miles on it.
And it was a year old.
We got off a little bit easier because we put, I think, 12 or 13,000 miles on that car. No, it was almost 15,000 miles on the car. And when we went to trade it in, they're like, oh, your miles are a lot higher than what we thought they would be for a year. But they still gave us what they quoted. So,
but either way,
it still was not a good idea, but I find the win.
So we did that. We financed a brand new car, which was not smart. It took us, 5 years just to get, right side up on it, till where we owed less than it was
worth.
We owed less than it was worth, yeah.
And again, the way we were living made it not make sense. Financing a new car sometimes, because of what I do for a living, I'd say it's a good thing.
Okay, we should not have done that. And then, what was it? About the time Penelope was born, we realized he has a really good job. There's no way that we shouldn't pay our bills. But we realized our debt and our income, our debt was more than his base income, our monthly debt, which is so awful.
Which was stupid.
And we decided we were going to get out of debt. We were really serious about it. And then we went probably almost a whole year. Over a whole year. April of 2019, Penelope was a year and 1 month. Before we actually decided to get serious. Guys, this has been in the works for 3 or 4 years, really. And then it took you getting serious for me to I was talking to you a lot about it, but I never put it into action. And then you got really serious, and I was like, yes. So we made this awesome chart, and we are really getting out of debt. We started in April, and we're 3/4 of the way through? We should be done by May or June.
At the most.
Yeah, so we have been putting all of everything into this. Mark has been doing DoorDash and what?
Yeah, I've done a few other things on the side. So.
Anyway, so he's been working super hard on top of his already busy schedule. And we have been budgeting different and being a lot more
conscious of where our money goes.
Yeah. And it's amazing that having a budget can free up money for so many other things. You never really think about it as being a good thing, because budgeting kind of stinks.
It's always got a bad
But actually, I feel we've been able to spend money on more things that we want. We got a Silver Dollar City Pass for Christmas
for the kids and us,
because we budgeted our Christmas like we should have, and we had the money that we needed to buy season passes. Anyway, so this is kind of just how we got into debt, and we want to do a video about how all of our tips and tricks on how we're getting out of debt. So stay tuned for that. But really, if you are in debt and you are wishing you had someone to cheer you on or someone to like with. We have been through it all, like the stress of feeling like you can't make like your monthly bills to like the shame or this just like,
or you're going really good and then all of a sudden your vocal cords swell shut and you can't work for a month. That was fun.
Yeah, that's true. Those kind of things happen, and those are kind of the things that got us in debt. It wasn't all just frivolous spending, but either way, if you are one of those people who are in debt and you want help and you want someone there for you, then message one of us and we'd be happy to like walk you through how we started. But also look out for another video because we are going to share some ideas and stuff. Yeah.
That'll go round 2. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah. And don't spend all your money on toilet paper. It's really, really annoying for all of those of us who actually need to buy toilet paper and it's all sold out. Really frustrating, actually.
Yeah, that's fun. 3 seashells.
Oh my gosh.
For those of you who understand, enjoy.
What movie is that from?
Demolition Man.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Okay. All right. We love you guys.
Have a good night.